Boo, brokey, yay, top up. I saw light skin titties on my screen at 1 a.m. on TikTok. So the men got brought to lead as these ones, asking a young lady to take off her panties in live. Ah, can't. Hey guys, what's up? It's Ken. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a little story time for you, but it's not really a story time. It's more of like a traumatic retelling of events that happened to me. So take it as you will. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But my name is Kat, and this is my story. Buckle up because it's gonna be a long story. Just some tea, I don't know, coffee, soda, a drink, just whatever you need to hear this with me and process this as I tell you what I saw in the streets. So this is what happened, right? I'm on TikTok as one normally is, just scrolling, having a good time. And the thing with me is that recently TikTok has decided to recommend to me a lot of like random Swahili lives, and I don't mind it. I find it interesting. I don't mind it. And I know it's mostly because this is one particular lady that I like to watch on TikTok, like her lives in particular. She's so interesting and she's so cute. And like whenever she pops up on my FYP, I just end up watching her for like an hour or so. And I don't mind. I literally just watch her do random stuff. She just yaps. She like sometimes involves her kids in it. She doesn't show their faces, but she just like talks to them off screen, and the interactions are so funny. And this day, like recently she was cussing someone out. Lovely lady. So I've been watching most of her lives, and I think TikTok was like, yo, okay, we see what you like. We see what you like. We'll give you more of that. No, they don't know what I like. But we'll get to that in a few. I like these Swahili lives here and there because I get to catch like a few new phrases or a few songs to add to my little bag of tricks to like prove I'm Tanzanian enough. You know, when people are like, oh, you're from Tanzania, prove it. And then I pull out these tricks to like, but that's besides the point. After her live ended, I think, or at some point, I think I just like got bored and I was just like scrolling. On the live part, when you scroll, they like show you more lives naturally. So I'm scrolling. There's nothing interesting. Then I hear moaning. I said, "Ain't no way, not TikTok." Wait, I didn't hear that right. That couldn't have been it. That couldn't have been a moan. I didn't hear someone moaning, did I? So I went back. Right? I was like, let me just confirm. And I did, in fact, hear moaning. And I know you're going to be like, oh, then why did you stay? Why didn't you just scroll away and look for another live? I would have. Okay, let me tell you exactly why I stayed. I promise you there's a reason why. The thing is that in a live, right, is usually the person who owns the live, obviously. And then there can be a person who requests. I'm showing it on the other way. Okay, let me turn it now. In a live, right? So there's a person who owns the live who's like, showing the live, and then there's a person there, like the person who requests to be in the live, and then they're added, and then the one you add, it adds to this box, right? And you can see like 3 people in the live talking to the person owning the live on the same page. Great. So I saw that the girl, of course, who owns the live is the one who's moaning. Mind you, it's just audio, like her can't see her face, it's audio, and there are 5 other people in the live. So I'm like, what's going on? I was so confused. I was like, is this like an online orgy? Like I had so many questions and very little answers. So me staying was a way of me finding the answer to my questions. I never got these answers, but that's not the point here. Let's focus on the point. I'm seeing 5 people in this live and they're muted. I'm like, what's going on? And mind you, she keeps on moaning. It's just very out there, and like she's dirty talking in Swahili, mind you. I promise you, nothing could have ever prepared me for everything that I heard that day. If you've never heard dirty talk in Swahili, I do not recommend. It's very visual, like it's very vivid. That's the way I can say it. It's vivid and not interesting. It's traumatizing. I'm traumatized. So then she was like, "Oh, I want one of the guys in the live, like one of the guys like talking, because of course there were niggas in the comments, duh, and they're of course enjoying this content, eating it up." And she was like, "I want one of you guys to get on here and basically like talk her through it," right? So a valiant man, volunteers and gets up on the stage, and he starts talking her through it, and it was the most. I don't think I have any words to explain. My pearls were clutched. My mouth was ajar. I kept looking at an invisible camera somewhere to think it was a prank or a joke. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on TikTok live. I was like, I thought there were rules set in place, like some kind of guidelines that people cannot surpass on the streets of TikTok, but apparently not. I thought there was some decorum in here, but clearly not. So he's talking her through it, and she's responding. Mind you, just it's as if you're hearing people have sex. It was so uncomfortable. After he was done, he left the live, And then another gentleman also came up on the live, and he said, and I quote, "Nitumie video." And that might sound confusing to you, but let me explain to you, okay? Since I'm now quite versed with how these young ladies work. How I know, don't ask. Don't ask. So apparently, these young ladies that are in this particular industry, how they operate is that you get their phone number, of course, and then you get added to like a group of sorts, and then there you have to pay for that group, of course. Like it's not free, nothing's free. You want to see titties, you kind of got paid to see titties. So you enter this group, and then you get access to these videos, right? So you have to pay. So when this gentleman got onto the live to ask for videos without pay, naturally he got cussed out, and not only by the girl, but even the people in the comments and people in the live were like, absolutely, like, what, do you think it's for free? Like, like, you know, focus on what we're doing, like just trying to bring her attention back to the matter at hand, which was her touching herself in front of them. Mind you, again, it was just fully audio, no one could see her, just an audio thing, but it was very interesting. And I I don't want to sound like a hater, but I think she was faking it. I don't think she was actually doing it. That's just my opinion. And to be honest, get that bag. I'm not here to fold it. I'm just here to call it out. She was not doing it. Honestly, I would know, but not exactly. I would not. I was not there with her, so I would not know. But it was just so interesting how she'd switch between like that moan, like, you know, sexy voice, and then switch to like fully like normal voice when she talk business and be like, you know, yeah, you guys should do this and that. She was talking like a sexy voice, and then when she starts directing them back to her DMs to like get to her WhatsApp where they get to pay, she would just switch to a fully normal voice. I found that very interesting. And honestly, I don't fault it, you know. I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. She concluded the session by stopping, and then she directed them to her video call where she said she would continue it further and actually finish on video call, and they'd have to pay, of course, money to see her on video call. So she directed them to her DMs where they would be directed to the video call where she would finish off, you know, in person, and then she, you know, proceeded to end the live. And not gonna lie, A plus for marketing, you know. I mean, she gave them a sneak peek, and then she directed them further. So A plus, I guess. I kept on, because at that point I'm still shocked. I'm like, did I just, like, everything happened so quickly. I promise you, it happened so fast that it's like I blinked and it was over, and I was like, it felt like a fever dream. I'm not even kidding. I was like, that didn't happen. And then I was like, okay, let me just keep on scrolling. Mind you, it's 1 a.m. That should have been my first sign I should have gone to bed. Okay, that should have been my first sign that these were not the times for me to be here on TikTok live. Clearly, there's a lot of stuff that happens after hours. I keep on scrolling. I scroll. And then I see a girl, like, let me paint the picture, right? So her bed is here, and she's like behind the bed, like right next to the bed. So the bed is like covering her bottom half. Like her top half is seen on top of the bed, but the other part is like covered. And her phone is, of course, on the bed, like filming her. And she was basically saying that she just finished, and like she was like putting her shorts back on camera, but of course like on the low so it doesn't get seen. But basically implying that she just nutted, and she was doing that on video. I said, what? The other one was fully on audio, so I did not see that, girl. This time I'm like, I I didn't, it didn't compute. You know, I was, you know, when you're just like looking at something like, I don't think I heard that right. I don't think that's what happened. That couldn't have been what happened. So of course I looked at the comments, like on the live, to see, okay, someone to confirm what she said, if it was true, because she was putting her shorts back on. So the implication is that she actually did do something there, right? And I'm like, how? So I was like, okay, let me just keep on watching. I'm curious. Okay, I'm a curious bird, and I want to see what happens. So she starts talking, of course, to the people on the live, and naturally they're like, you know, what up? Do it again. This time on camera so we can see, not hiding behind the bed. And she was like, oh, I can't do that. TikTok will ban me, like they'll flag me. I said, oh, so TikTok could flag them. So I was like, so there are rules set in place. Like, this is not just the jungle. Like, of course, there are guidelines that they have to abide by. They can just show their coochie on live. At least that's what I thought. But I digress. I'm moving too quickly. Let me focus on the current task at hand. So she's like, oh, there are rules in place. I can't just do that. Like, they'll ban me, you know? But of course, the gentlemen were very persistent and they kept pushing for them to see more because they're like, you know, we're here. You know what we're here for, you know? Take top off, take top off, take top off. And then some guys was saying, oh, you know, add another girl in to like also join you. I said, I'm sorry, what is this? What is going on? Do you guys not have work tomorrow? Like, why are you guys at 1 a.m. asking this girl to take a top off? Anyway, so like the guys kept saying, oh, add a girl to the live for her to also like join in, I guess interact with each other and stuff. I was like, is this like a common thing? I had so many questions. But then she was like, oh, there's no girl in here, no girl wants to do it. So again, no girl joined in, so I did not see what would have happened. Although I'm kind of, yeah, I'm glad no girl got in because I don't think I would have wanted to see what would have happened. A guy happened to join the live. He just said hi, basically. He didn't really do much, said hi, and then just left the live. So she's still interacting with these niggas. Mind you, I noticed as well that she was drinking. So I was like, this does not seem like a good combo. When she would get up, she would like, you know that drunk thing people do where they stumble here and there, and I was like, yeah, I think she should go to sleep. Like, I was like, yeah, girlie, I think it's time to clock out. I don't think you should be on here promoting your business. This isn't the time. It's after work hours. Just rest. The guys kept saying, take off your top, take off this, and she's like, I keep telling her to send money. She's like, send money, and then I'm taking my top off. So, you want to see titties? Send some cash. Very self-explanatory. Then at some point she got a call, like a normal call. But she was interesting. She had a method where I was like, okay, you know what, you might be on something here. Her system was you get her normal call and it was there, like her normal call number. It was, I don't know where it was. I don't remember where it was, to be honest. There was so much happening. Okay, don't ask me too many questions. She had a normal call number, and then you call that number, and after you call that number, you send 10K to that number. You don't have to call it, just send 10K to that number, and then she sends you her WhatsApp number where you have access to text her, and then eventually, I presume, access the group. Standard. I was like, okay, that's kind of neat. Like, you pay 10K, basically just like get her phone number, you know, to just text her. I'm like, maybe I should start doing that. You know, maybe I should start charging put to get my number. I'm just saying, it's a neat system. Without even doing nothing, without showing titties, without doing nothing, just 10K, bam. On a good day, I mean, she had like 300 people in her live that day. So like on a calm day, 10 people send 10K, that's like that's 100. You know, a good night, just a quick 100, just like that. On a good day, she get even more. You know, I'm just saying, sometimes business isn't that hard. Okay, maybe it's not that hard. So someone called the number, of course, and she picked it up on live and asking her basic questions. How are you? Blah, blah. Are you sleeping? And she was like, no, I'm on live. And then he said, oh, can I get like the WhatsApp number? And she was like, oh, I'd send money, 10K to this number, and I'll give you the WhatsApp number. And then he said, no. And I was like, he said no. And then she hung up. And then she started cussing him out. She's like, oh, why are you calling me and asking for my number if you can't afford to like send me money, brokey? Like, going off. Mind you, this is all in Swahili. Like, I need you to see the picture. It was in full Swahili, cussing him the heck out. Her and the people in the live, of course, because they're like, yeah, exactly. Why is he calling? Leave him alone. Like, don't listen to that nigga. Focus on us. Take your top off. Top off, yay, boo, brokey, yay, top off. Like, that was the energy that was being given. So she was like, I already said what I said. If you guys want to see titties, yes, and she didn't say exactly titties, but you get my point. Like, you just want to see more, said cash. And then I remember this so so vividly because it cracked me up. Actually, there was a nigga in the live. Of course, I mean, they were all niggas. I'm sorry, pardon, gentlemen. No, pardon, rakes. So there were all these men in the live, and there's this one particular who was very vocal. I saw his name pop up a lot. Seems like he's a regular in these streets, or at least in her lives in particular. When she was saying, you guys need to pay money, like send me money so I can show more, he said, I currently don't have money, but someone please send her money, please, please. Fuck, man. What you begging? Goat. You can't be serious, bro. Like, it was giving dick in hand. Like, what do you mean? Please send her money because you just want to see some titties. Like, you send money, nigga. Damn. Like, it's just the age of corny. You're out here begging people to send money to another babe so you can see her titties. That's diabolical. Absolutely crazy work. Alas, somebody did send money because she then proceeded to take a kanga, and I presume she was gonna like take off her shorts. I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can. Okay, I'm really trying here. Bear it. So she bites on it to like hold it while she takes off her shorts so she can put the kanga instead of the shorts, right? But mind you, with that, obviously it's gonna fall down and like fall straight. Like it doesn't stay like that. Like it doesn't stay. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Like it doesn't stay spread out. It falls down because it's a piece of cloth. So that would happen. And when she would be taking her clothes off, you can see, basically we got sneaking into her underwear. We could see her without the shorts. The kanga was her doing that with the kanga was just basically pointless. She might as well just not even put the kanga there because it did nothing, absolutely nothing. So of course people saw her undies and everything. They're like, "Oh, boo, take off your undies, boo. Why do you have underwear on, boo?" I was like, "Sir, we're on TikTok live. What else do you want to see? You seeing some thighs. What else do you want to see? Damn, like you're greedy. You're greedy. Are you not ashamed? In Beyonce's internet, asking for a young lady and chaperone to take off her panties. I couldn't believe it. I was in bed sleeping on my side, so I was just like this with my blanket. I was like this. I was like this, my blankets. And these are the men that God brought to lead us. These ones asking a young lady to take off her panties in life. Ah, God. So then she puts the kanga on top of the panties, of course, and the shorts are off. So she has her top on and her kanga on. This was the moment I should have logged off. You're like, okay, I've seen enough. I should just go to bed. I did not. The thing is, like over there, she's like standing on like behind, so you can see her full body, and she keeps like untying and tying the kanga back here and there, like to like just make it more comfortable. You know how it is with kangas; you have to like untie it again so it can be more comfortable. And then while she was tying and untying, I don't know if it was by accident. I don't think it was by accident. She literally pulled her top up to tie and untie the kanga better. So she basically flashed us. I saw titties. I saw titties. I saw light skinned titties on my screen at 1 a.m. on TikTok. Unasked, unprovoked, unchaperoned. I cannot believe my eyes. That was me. Just titties. Titties. Of course, she like dropped her top again and then cackling, of course, giggling with the people in the live. And they had the audacity to be like, completely take it off, like, actually keep it off. Are you not greedy? JD flashed you for a minute straight. Are you not greedy? Is that not greed? The greed that they talk about in the Bible. And you think that was the worst of it. Like, you would think that, okay, yeah, you saw titties. Great. Cat, we see titties everywhere here and there. Insane. Wow. What's new? Seems like a normal Tuesday. I saw cooch too. At some point, she took out her panties. So when she was untying and tying her kanga again, I saw cooch on TikTok live. Just light skin cooch right on my face. I said, wow. At this point, I've seen you naked. Like, I don't even know you. You don't know me. I didn't even pay for it. Like, I felt bad. I was like, should I send her 10K now? I did not. What are you doing? It's just, I did not know what to do. I felt so confused. I can't even say I felt used. I'm not the one who was showing my titties. It felt odd. That's the word. It felt very odd. At that point, I left the live. So I don't know what happened at 2. Actually, no, the live ended. Yeah, the live just ended out of nowhere. I think she started again. It was paused. I don't know, but I left and I went to bed. I prayed before I slept for her and other people. I mean, I don't knock it. Do whatever you do, but actually, I do kind of knock it, and not from a judgmental way. It's just like, I just wish girls tried different options. I don't think this is the best option. She felt like a product, bro. It felt transactional and not like people didn't really care. They were just like, we're here for what we're here for, which is titties. Show us some titties. And fair, I mean, she wanted to sexualize herself, but I still don't agree with it. I want better for the girls. I want better for all girls. But that's it. That's my story. This is my story. This is my song, and yo. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, just give it a thumbs up, I guess. I don't know. Subscribe. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys next time. And yeah, love you. Bye.